Amiri Baraka and the West Side Y. We are souls if we remember the murmurs of the spirit. Confirmation by Leroy Jones. I saw him in a strange bandana, led in by pale minions. He was a stooped, paler tan. He was an old man broken and leering at the young white girls, rebels from daddy, and all he stood for, part and parcel of his wan coterie, untouched by the touch of others, the hated, the feared, the despised. He would bet in an instant. Go on and shake that thing, little white missy wanna fuck. He strode in to sit at the head of the room, bathed in an ethereal glow, a Muslim god no one noticed, not me. He did not read, he just sat, lost, silent in himself amid the sea of former enemies, disciples now, and himself the others read from. He sat prune-lipped and chewing, a slumped, silent old Tom, his pale verse read by the others. An essay too, I think, his withered self suspended only by his acolytes' praise. So pale they were, young white college kids suckered by the lure of the past, the cool portrait of rebellion, from something they could never remove from themselves, drawn to the dead image of a deader man, that big black badass nigger of decades done. I saw a little brown man sitting, gumming his lips, a sellout, a shamster, his sickly bones arching through his tan canvas clothes, a rainbow fez, the only show of color in his dying world. And through the clanking music of his newborn words, read by others, I drifted. Years earlier when I first read him, Dutchman, the poems that kill, assassin poems that hunt black Puritans and others white of spirit, I hoped all that anger in a forgotten book. In a highly malleable state of youth, once in that book, I hoped, I longed, I was struck by the photo of this big black man, stoic, angry, and Vulcan in wrath, past the cold ways of the world, the process spoken of, forgotten. Do you remember his poems exploded, passionate, violent, political, murderous? He called to a disremembered tribe, to a low-slung head count of a people abandoned. He roamed far. To or from, he roared through the ceilings of self, life, sky, possibility. Me, to individuals he reached out, touched, saw them all, alive in the brew of his poisonous dictum turned anodyne. Dewy in the fever of intensity, the words killed, they maimed my own urban instincts. Alive in the salt of living, I dabbled the pages, dripped in the eyes of a powerful Negro, an Apollonian force of jagged, broken, sharp, and destructive intent. Below the vague murmurs, shattered he forgot the years of protest, the firestorm of justice, as black as fades to brown, as fades to tan. Leather pales to skin against the rub, the man hollowed inside as my vision of him, now he only saw the masses, the played skin of existence, of everyone from without. A phony, an act, a front, erected years ago for fame. The ground loosens, the soil washes away. The picture, I remember, the photo, the man, the mind wanted him to be that way. Sifting through ruins of expectation, I was lost, angered at betrayal, disappointed, his or mine, yet closer than ever to the man, the soul of the movement, unity, X. The king felled low by cowardice. Whose? In time I came to learn that night at the Y, now just one of many stories, one in the river of experience that wears the boulders into rocks, into pebbles, smooth as he sat, the good Negro, now pure in heart, eyes firm fixed on the young white babe's ass, drooling and smacking his own. Forgotten of the reading as it ended, he left, shook no hands, guarded by the light, sucked children of his forgetting venom. I walked in a cold Manhattan that night, unseen by any, the raven life murmuring the hunt, longing to hunt, purity, bereft of life, yes, full of ends, these, many, I want to go.